Hello out there. So I'm sorry that I haven't been posting for 2 days now. I'm just getting back to doing my Facebook lives, and as a mom, it's just really hard sometimes to make sure that you get everything done in the day. So I know that you guys hopefully will understand because all of us have busy lives. So today I'm going to discuss the benefits of having in the family, whether that's two lesbians or two gay men. So whatever it is, both parents being involved. As I said in my commentary, if you're a single mom, I'm going to address a few ideas that might help you and ways to go about to sort of just a few ideas, but I'm going to do a whole nother live for you guys out there who are single mommies and want to make sure that your children are successful and productive in life. So I'm first going to talk about ways that it's beneficial for both parents to be involved. And then I'm going to talk about ways that you can be involved both before and after the baby is born. So some of the ways that your child will benefit from having both parents involved, spending time together can lead to greater academic success. When both parents are lending emotional support, because both parents are going to have different ways of leading their children to whether they're disciplining their children with love, but with firm hand, that can also help the child to adjust and have more positive social behaviors. Helping the two of you helping to work together can also help to have like fewer conduct problems because you're demonstrating working together, being cooperative, collaboration, and that's just a good example for kids to be able to see. When you're monitoring the children's behavior, because both the parents have their eyes on the kids, that means that your children are going to hopefully not be acting out so much, and they won't be getting in trouble so much, and then with that, there's going to be more self-esteem. And then when you're not having to use coercive discipline, so basically you're doing the e-parenting where you are connecting with the reasons why your child is behaving the way that they are, and then disciplining them in a way that's both fair but also helps them to learn how to behave better the next time. That will lead to lower levels of depression, and then providing clear boundaries and expectations actually can reduce the child's contact with the juvenile justice system. So basically, you're helping them to understand what the social mores are, and they're learning what's expected of them in a healthy society. So here's some more facts that are specifically related to father engagement. One of the best things, though, is when you have your child knowing that both of their parents love them from the beginning, that bond that's there, the child is going to be attached to both parents. So if the father and the mother are both involved from the very outset, then it's the child is going to have an attachment to both parents. There's actually higher levels there's positive health outcomes for infants, including better weight gain in preterm infants if the father is involved, and also improved breastfeeding rates when the father is encouraging the breastfeeding relationship. When the father is involved with authoritative parenting, and that is, again, using the clear boundaries and the clear expectations, that's going to help your child to adjust emotionally, socially, academically, and behaviorally better. When the children have a closeness with their father or their second parent, they're going to be able to feel more stable. So that's going to help them be able to hopefully find better employment after high school, avoid having teen birth, maybe avoid jail time, and they're likely to experience less multiple depression symptoms. So as you can see, I actually found these on the Fatherhood Project website. So if you wanted to look at that, you can find the 10 facts about father engagement that I found there. Another thing, the children are going to feel more valued. And they're going to just feel, sorry. Yeah, so, this is another, they're going to feel more self-directed when they have both parents involved, and both parents are giving them consistent parenting that parents have agreed upon, and they're going to be more playful, more resourceful, more skillful, and that's just because they're better adjusted. They feel confident because their parent, both parents are able to pour into them. And fathers who are involved, they're going to actually have a lot of benefits, too, to their own self-esteem. So they're going to enjoy parenting more. They're going to value that relationship with their children. And they're going to be, because their children are valuing them, it's cyclical, they're going to feel encouraged by that to be more involved with their kids' lives. And then, that's going to help them to pay attention to where their child is developing and to help them to develop and to be interested in that development process. And then also they're going to feel more mature and self-satisfied that they're actually being able to have these rich relationships with their children and have more empathy for others because they're hopefully using the e-parenting, they're relating to the children, and that helps us. If we're using empathy with our children, it helps us have more empathy with others. And then it can even go as far as to have, better relationships with our spouses or our partners and have less stress at work. So there's a lot of benefits to being an involved father. Now I'm just going to go into ways prenatally that you can be involved as a father. So, I know with my husband, he started to practice and learn some of the parenting skills pretty early on. He was also, he was there most of the time, or about half the time for the visits to the doctor, and that always made me feel more comfortable to be at the doctor, and to have him there supporting me and asking questions that I wasn't really thinking about. He also attended all of the birthing classes with me, and just a little recommendation, when I was pregnant with Elisha, we did the it's a Bradley childbearing method, or it's called husband or partner coached childbearing. And they teach you so many things about the childbearing process, and it's from every intervention that might occur, a medical intervention, to the different birthing poses, to the breathing and meditation techniques, and all of the things that you need to have on your birthing plan, how to write a birthing plan. So it was a very comprehensive, it's the most comprehensive, it's 12 weeks long, and I really recommend it because as brand new parents, whereas if you haven't taken the class before, it's just so informative, and it makes you feel like you're ready to have this baby, and you're ready even if you don't have your ideal birthing situation, that you will know how to meet the challenges that are going to come up, and that your partner will be right there with you through the thick of it, because when the mommy is in the delivery process, our brains are so taken up with giving birth that we can't really stand up for ourselves as much as we would want to. So having an advocate there who knows what our birth plan is and what our ideal birth situation would be, and to fight for that, because a lot of times at the hospitals, they want you to just be in and out, and so there's a much more pressure to just perform the labor and to do it as fast as possible. Sometimes the doctor doesn't even get there before 5 minutes before the baby's born. So it's just not an ideal situation for having the birth the way that you would want. So having your partner there fighting for what your needs are, while also being able to listen to the doctors and say, hey, this is an emergency. We need to step in here and do an intervention. We're listening to you when the doctors aren't listening, and you're saying something doesn't feel right, for your partner to be fighting for you. So I do recommend taking the Bradley childbearing class, because it will prepare you mentally with all the information and the practice that you will have to do the birth hopefully the way you want, or if not, to just be able to have your partner fighting for you to make sure that your baby is born safe and healthy. So other things prenatally that your husband or partner can do is to make a list of what the baby actually needs, and then to avoid making expenses beyond that list, because there's going to be a lot of financial change when you have the baby. And so making sure that you're not going into the temptation to buy extra things that aren't necessary at that time, to focus on the new life that's going to need a lot of financial support. Also, pregnant mommy is going to have a lot of mood swings, so just to be understanding that they will pass. It's a temporary situation. I mean, women are generally moody, but we get more moody when we're pregnant, so just to understand that it's going to happen, and try to be loving and understanding and patient, and let the mom sort of have her break period if she needs to go take a nap, take a bath, go take a walk, whatever it is. Maybe take away some of the pressure for doing the daily house chores like grocery shopping or the laundry, whatever it is, to take over that, duty for a little while, and to just support the mom, because she's growing a baby, and that's a very tiring thing. So it's not something to think, oh, she should just get through it, because it's a totally different experience than anything. Even if she's had another baby, every pregnancy is different, and it affects the body differently. So other things that are financial, like just do what you need to do to keep a job and to maintain paying the bills and making sure that sort of stress is limited. Other kinds of stress, it should be good to reduce that stress, because when the mom is pregnant, she is sending her hormones to the baby through the placenta. So when the mommy is feeling good hormones, the baby gets that. When the mommy is getting bad hormones like cortisol, that shoots to the baby's brain too. And so you want to avoid causing stress with the baby, because it actually imprints the baby to have a more heightened awareness of the stress reaction, and that can cause children to have higher anxiety and depression and stuff when they're little. Just because if mommy's stressed while she's pregnant, baby's gonna be stressed when the baby is being developed. Other things that you can do as a partner or as a father, I suggest, if you have been used to having a drinking or smoking type relationship, be in solidarity with mommy and try to either abstain completely or limit your use of alcohol or tobacco or other drugs, because mommy can't do it, and so support her in the choice to take those things away, because obviously, if you're used to that, she's going to probably be jealous that she can't go do that, and it's going to be hard on her emotionally. So just choose some other activity, maybe find a new group of friends to be able to hang out with, instead of going and making her feel tempted when she's not. It's not good for the baby to have that stuff in mommy's system. Other things is make plans to attend the birth and to be there. Same thing with the Bradley childbearing. Watch videos about how to be a good parent. Like the best one that my husband watched and he swears by it is The Happiest Baby on the Block, and that's where you learn the 5 S's. And he was amazing. Like he memorized that video, and the very first night when Elisha was not sleeping, and it was the first time I really realized how much sleep I was going to lose. And also I had lost a lot of sleep during the labor, so I was exhausted. And he swaddled the baby, and he shushed the baby, and he's shaking, or, they call it shaking. Shaking the baby, and he's just putting the baby down. And it was amazing. I was just like, oh, I get to sleep. Daddy is so good at making the baby sleep. And then I got a little jealous. I was like, he won't sleep for me like that. But anyway, do things like watch the 5 or Happiest Baby on the Block, learn about the 5 S's, there's a video called The Hold, and it shows you how to hold your baby so that they will calm down almost instantaneously from screaming. So to prepare yourself to assist mommy, if you don't know how to change a diaper and you have friends who have a baby, ask them, can I practice changing the baby's diaper, so that you know how to do it and you can be a support person for that. If you're bottle feeding, let mommy sleep during the night. For like one of the feedings, feed the baby a bottle so that she can rest and not have to wake up every 2 hours, and take a little stress off her from that. And it's the same stuff. She's going to have still all of the daily house chores, so if you can still just pick up a little slack in that area, it's going to help her a lot. And so my suggestions for if you're a single mommy and you don't have a support person, the father or the partner who is going to help you with all that stuff, try to use your support people, the rest of the support people in your house or home, and just ask them to help you to go through this huge transition of becoming a mommy. As the baby grows up, try to find maybe a family member who could be pouring in and showing that love and helping to boost your child's self-esteem and happiness and feelings of accomplishment, and just the good parenting. Like if you have a person that you want them to be part of your child's life, you guys should collaborate together, and you should say, I want my baby to be raised this way, so that they understand and they're in agreement with you, and you don't have to have little arguments about, that's not the way I raised you, and then you having to, in front of the baby, to disagree. Just try to make agreements and hopefully be able to compromise if there needs to be a compromise about how to raise the baby. So, if you are interested in any of this information, please message me, because I have worksheets and stuff that you could look at to just be reminders and to support you as you go through either the process of raising your kid or preparing to be parents. And as always, if you are interested in learning how to make a side income like I am, then I would love to talk to you and maybe have you join my team. And then also, if you're interested in taking a natural supplement that will help you to boost your immunity and to fight off any sort of illnesses that you are experiencing, please communicate with me, because I'd love to talk to you about that stuff. So I hope that you are having wonderful, blessed days, and that you are doing the things that you love in life. And I look forward to communicating with more of you.